Hello, this is William Chung in Toronto. I'm going to give a demo of the script I wrote to test the new Smartsheet REST API. I wrote the script in Groovy, and it's called Smartsheet test.groovy. I have it loaded here in the Groovy console. The only things that you need to configure to run the test are the access token and a new user email if you want to test creating a new user in your Smartsheet account. The first part of the script is what I call the brains of the script, this test command method, where I send the request to the REST API using curl, and I handle variable substitution and parsing the IDs from the JSON response payload to use in the tests. And then I have the actual tests, which are very readable here. For example, this test command tests the create workspace API, and you can see the curl command which is going to be used. It does a post of this JSON request payload, and it stores the ID from the response in this variable workspace ID. And I have 70 tests here. You can see create child folder in home and create child folder in workspace, etc. So this the first part of the test specifications are what I call like setting up the test fixture. And after the test fixture is set up, we're creating all the entities used in the test, like creating sheets, adding columns or inserting rows, creating discussions, adding comments, etc. Once the test fixture is set up, now we test the API commands, like listing the contents. So we're testing the commands based on the fixture which we set up, and listing workspaces, getting workspace, updating folder, etc. And in these tests, you can see that we use variables such as like folder ID, which were set previously when we set up the test fixture, or workspace ID here when we list the child folders in the workspace. So there's lots of requests to the API which are tested in this block. And at the end, you see here I tear down the test fixture. So I'm basically deleting all the entities that were created at the beginning when the test fixture was set up. Right, deleting the share, user, etc. Deleting the sheets which were created. And by the way, I have like delete user here, but since I'm on a trial account, I can't really test API calls related to creating or updating or deleting new users. Anyway, so once all the tests are done, you get a nice test done message. So let's try it out. Okay, so all you need to do is you type Groovy, which should be on your path if you follow my instructions to install Groovy. And then you just enter the name of the test, of the script. So Smartsheet test, and then just hit enter. And you see the script outputs all the requests that it makes and the responses that it gets. So, and it includes a description of each test, which is numbered. So this create workspace, that was the first command from the script which I showed you in the test, setting up the test fixture part. You see that's the curl which is specified in the script. Okay, and then the response, right? Okay, so now we're at insert rows in the sheet. And here's like where the variable substitution comes into play. Like this sheet ID was extracted by the script from the call to creating the sheet. Okay, and these calls, as I mentioned, like add user, these are going to fail, right? Because I'm on a trial account, and it says here, the operation you are attempting to perform is not supported by your plan. I need to upgrade to a team plan in order to test these user-related API calls. Okay, so while this is going on, I can check out my Smartsheet account. You see an automatic refresh to show the entities or objects which my test creates, because I started out with an empty Smartsheet account, and these objects like were just created like now by the script. Okay, let's go back to monitor the console for the output, list all sheets, get sheet. Okay, so as I mentioned, my script has 70 API requests that it makes. And you notice here it also downloads from Smartsheet. Like it gets a sheet as Excel in Excel format using the curl-o output.xls, and it gets this PDF. So I'll also test these. And there's no output shown for these. To verify this, just look at your current directory where you're running the script from, and you can just open these output files which were downloaded from Smartsheet to make sure that they're valid. Okay, so now where are we now? Modify column, get row. It's pretty nice. Like this output shows you the complete response. Okay, so we're at 43, send row. And this is one of the bugs that I mentioned in my bug report. When you do a send row, it gives you this error. Basically, where is it? Here, unexpected end of file. Right? It's unable to parse the request, even though the JSON request payload is valid for send row. I actually took the payload from the API documentation, and I looked at it carefully to make sure that it's valid as well. Okay, so now, okay, we're doing a search here. Search everything, right? Query equals new, so it finds all the entities which have like the new keyword. And that actually would return like these guys, right? Like new sheet, for example. New name, new folder. And also include like a random search. It just search for a random string, and that returns like empty results. Okay, here's sharing. Sharing is done like to Jane Doe at smartsheet.com, sharing a sheet. Okay, so we're close to the end. Oh, we're at the teardown of the test fixture. See all the deletes, right? Because my script, I roll it so that it cleans after itself. So it's cleaning up all the entities that I created during the test. Like delete folder 2. Because multiple folders are created. Okay, it's done, right? Test done. Check output to see if we can party Smartsheet style. Okay. And if we go to my Smartsheet account, and let's refresh. Okay, so you see that my account is now clean again. It's back to what it was before. The only thing that's left behind is the workspace that was created. And that's because, as I mentioned in my bug report as a design issue, there's no API request to delete the workspace. So that means like this workspace, I have to delete it manually after running the test, because I cannot do that through the API. I guess you guys are going to provide that API in the next revision, right? Okay, so this workspace is shared to myself and Jane Doe. Okay, so that's the demo of my Groovy script to test the new Smartsheet REST API. Thanks.